Hello Pisces, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Pisces is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. All right, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Pisces, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Ooh, Four of Pentacles. This is nice. I like this. Very stable. We are, we're manifesting this stability, this safety, security. Let's put it into some context. Wow, Pisces, the Moon card. This is your patron card. This is your power card, right? A lot of fast-moving energy. A lot of court cards, a lot of fast-moving energy. It feels like there is something that we need to do rather quickly. Let's take a look at our mystery card, or let's at least select it and put it aside, I should say. Just one card. Simon the Alien on top. Now, we're not going to look at that until the very end, and hopefully that will, tie everything together and give us the confirmation at the end. Okay. Got that out of the way. Let's see what's going on here. We've got major arcana here. And, of course, we've got your Moon card, your power. This is the only major arcana cards that we have. The rest is court card, court card, court card, court card. A little bit of air and water. A lot of air here. We got this earth energy. A lot of air, even with these, with the court cards, is a lot of air. I think that this is, I think that with the four here, we're looking to manifest a solid, stable, safe, and secure life, right? We want the basic elements of our existence to be full and in harmony. We want everything to be pretty steady, It's a very practical card. This is literally the elements in our life being where they should be. It's our kind of our hierarchy of needs, right? And this is kind of the foundation level. The basic stuff. This is what we want, and maybe this is what we're in the process of creating, because we do. It's very interesting to get this Moon card right here, because I kind of feel like there's an opportunity for you. We have all of this very active energy. My goodness, just with this Tower energy underneath it all, I feel as if there's this kind of, there's a bird in here now, I guess. Or whatever that, I don't know if you can hear that. Anyway, maybe it's a cricket. There's this Tower energy beneath everything. I feel like there is this like, how to even talk about it? Like an impending change happening. It's like you know that things are going to change drastically very soon. Maybe this is a gut feeling for you, that you're right on the verge of something just so major. It's going to be disruptive. And maybe this is something brewing underneath the surface that is going to either propel you off of this kind of platform of the Four of Pentacles, or it's going to somehow disrupt this baseline stability that you have. Okay? I don't know what this is. But I feel like once this manifests, there's really no turning back from it. Maybe this is an idea of in order for you to fully transcend, for you to fully evolve, for you to grow beyond this point. You know, the Four of Pentacles very often, especially in the Rider-Waite-Smith version of this card, which is not this one, it shows someone who is clinging, clutching to their discs, right? Their possessions, their stability, their safety. Doesn't want to come out of their room because this is where they feel safe and they just won't let go. It's very isolating here, right? This is a good baseline of stability, but if we stay here, if we're content with just being here, then we don't make any further progress. With everything that's going on with the hurricane in the Florida area, it's difficult for me not to see some of that here. You know, if any of you are in the Florida area, I truly and sincerely pray that you all find safety, that this is just blows over, let's say, very quickly and harmlessly, that everybody is safe and secure, and that we don't have any suffering that results from this. That would be my wish. That would be my prayer. I can't help but see some of that in the cards here with some of this energy. I don't want to do a reading about natural events or current events or natural disasters or anything like that, but I can't help but seeing and feeling those energies in this. I just want to say that, right? That's not what this reading is about, but I feel prompted to at least express my prayers and hopes and wishes that everybody is safe, and that there is just minimal property damage, but that everybody is safe. That's my prayer. Anyway, it's kind of hard to go on from this, but I think in your spiritual life, in your creative life, maybe in your career, it seems like there's this feeling of clinging to this fort. We've built this structure. This is where we feel the most secure, the most safe. So let's stay here. And that's fine. But you're staying here too long. You're staying here a lot longer than you need to. It's like the Four of Pentacles and Rider-Waite-Smith, clinging to that safety. And meanwhile, it's a bright sunny day. The town is going about its business behind them, but they're isolated. They're withdrawn. They are not in any kind of connection or communication with the outside world. They're just clinging to their safety here. I feel like in order for you to grow, we've got to have some movement. Okay, and we see a lot of court cards here. This is a cooperative thing. This is a community kind of thing. I almost feel like this is us venturing out of our isolation and connecting with people, connecting with a group of people. This doesn't have to be anyone specific. I don't think there's an air sign person, a fire sign, an earth sign person. I mean, yeah, there probably is, but that's not the point. Seeing these court cards kind of grouped like this tells me that there's a group of people, friends, family, coworkers, whatever it is, a religious organization, just some sort of community thing, that you need to venture out of your castle and you need to reach out to them. And we need to connect. We need to network. And here's that Eight of Swords that always kind of plagues a reading. This is the reluctance. This is the kind of self-sabotage. We always expect things to go, well, pretty rotten. And because we're always expecting that, we're kind of setting ourselves up for that, and things do go kind of rotten. Right? But I feel like a big change is needed in your life. This tower energy doesn't have to be too destructive or disruptive. This is the feeling within you. See, this card's down beneath the surface. It's below, it's internal. There's this growing drive in you, this growing urge to break out of this shell, right? To bring yourself to the rest of the world, to go out and bring your power, your divine energy. This is you as a whole spiritual being. This isn't just your conscious mind or your personality. This is your whole entire spirit being, connecting with others, getting out of this kind of rigid, restrained state. And of course, the sword's energy is difficult to deal with, but we need the tower. We got to break that cage. This is a self-imposed prison, right, of our own device. It is a mental prison. This is us getting wrapped up in our way of thinking to the point where we can't get out of it, and it starts to feel like it really has solid walls. It's not solid. Right? It's not solid. We can just kind of fly right out. But we need to realize that. We need this tower energy. We need the breakthrough. We need to unleash our spirit. The only sin is to hold your Holy Spirit in, to restrain it, to restrict it. And I think you feel that. I think you've got this awakening brewing in you. I think you're ready for this tower to kind of like blow the doors off of this castle. See the castle? I mean, maybe there's a door down there at the bottom, but let's just say it's built without doors or windows. My cat, she agrees. There's no getting out of this for you except by a real surge of willpower and energy and confidence, right? We're kind of blowing the gateway open, right? We're forcing it open. We're kind of, to quote Maynard from Tool, we're prying open the third eye, right? You're intentionally initiating this awakening for yourself. I feel like we're really kind of blowing a door in this castle. Because this is kind of like the tower that we've built around ourselves. And this is the tower now being kind of melted, changing. And that's how we really let our spirit out. We allow our true self to be its true self, to find this freedom of expression, freedom of movement, freedom of interacting with this group of people. And of course we have these court cards in a way that, collectively, together, it means a group of people. Right? That's it. Individually, I think they represent aspects of you and aspects of the situation. First, above everything, the Knight of Wands. This is kind of what we are aspiring to. And this is enthusiasm. This is fire and fire. This is being carried away with something. We want to be inspired by a spiritual idea, by a creative idea, be prompted by our self, by our soul, and go out and do it. We don't want to let the air and the water get in the way, which is what we have, this air and this yucky water over here. We don't want that. We want to get the inspiration and we want to do it, right? But so often we get to the front door, we're starting to turn the handle, I don't really feel like it. We start to get in our Eight of Swords thinking, maybe I don't like what I'm wearing, maybe I don't know what I'm going to say, I don't know who's going to be there, It starts to kind of temper this fire energy a little bit. And usually I'm all about temperance. Not now, not in this case. We need this opportunity. We need to allow whatever's holding us back. We need to We need to get rid of it. We need to force open this gateway, force open this doorway. And I think once we do that, once we have that intention, that impulse, we initiate, we step on the gas, it's now or never, right? Once we blow the hole in the side of this restricted, energy box, there's no turning back, right? As soon as the window of opportunity opens, it starts to shrink again. The longer you wait, the less of a chance you have of getting right through there, right? Like going through the eye of a needle. So I think as soon as this happens, it's like an action movie, Everybody synchronizes their watches. As soon as the charges go off, clock starts. You only have 30 seconds to do it, to get all the way through the maze and whatever. I can't tell if that's a cricket. I think it's a cricket. So the window closes. As soon as it opens, time starts counting, right? And that's because as soon as we get that impulse, hey, I'm going to go and volunteer. I'm going to go do an open mic night. I'm going to go just on the streets and read tarot on the corner, San Francisco or something. Or go to Santa Cruz and read palms on the boardwalk. As soon as we have that inspiration, that moment, right? Clock starts ticking. Windows closing. The longer we wait, the more swords start to creep up behind us. And pretty soon, we're putting the car keys back down. We're hanging up the phone. We're not calling our friends. So this is the way forward. This is to really just, as soon as this the impulse hits you, as soon as we have this moment of saying, I'm going to do it, we have to be like this dragonfly. And we have to go straight there. We don't slow down for an instant, because then you'll start doubting it and we'll get wrapped up in that sword's energy. This is, I think this is important for you to associate with this group. For whatever reason, there are these other people here, and this could just represent the outside world generally. This could be friends, family, strangers, coworkers, acquaintances. This could be, business associates. It could just represent the crowd of people outside, right? Moving to the path of the serpent now. First thing we see is the 6. I love the 6s. The 6s are the divine blueprints, right? The 6 is the reflection in our mind, in our heart, the mirror image of what your plan is, what this impulse is, that moment where you just kind of get up and you say, I got it, I know what I want to do, right? Instantly, there comes into the mind a reflection of that moment, that infinitesimal moment, that spark, that idea, that inspiration. Now it's kind of filling your mind and your body and your soul with the blueprint. It's like, aha, now I know what I want to do. And then it all kind of comes together in this really harmonious, beautiful plan or blueprint. And it's from here that we then create. It's from this blueprint that we do our work, right? So we need this, but we also don't want to get stuck in this planning, blueprint, mental kind of energy, right? Talking about the fire, we've got to have the idea and go straight to work. Well, we still need a plan on what we're supposed to do. We still need this, this blueprint. We still need this mirror image. So how do we get the mirror image without getting all of the extra pieces all of the confusing data piled on the blueprint that aren't part of the plan but are going to obscure the plan. Obscure our intention, obscure our heart, mind in balance, thinking, feeling, functions, being centered and balanced, and knowing certainly what it is that our spirit is prompting us to move forward with. Well, I think a lot of this needs to be practiced. Right? I think that we need an idea of stillness somewhere. We don't have a lot. Like I said, there's a lot of active energy here. It's kind of chaotic here. I don't see anything that is giving me a very relaxing vibe. Maybe the mystery card will be something that is calming, something that is showing that we can quiet our mind. And this, the 6, this is stillness in some ways. This is a harmony. This is a balance and a beauty of things. I just don't know if this is enough right now. You know what I mean? I kind of wish we'd have something maybe closer to source, maybe an ace, a 2, a 3 of something. But we come up against this 7. We do have 6, 7, and 8. So I feel like when we have that beautiful, harmonious, perfect reflection of what we want to do, we have the plan. I know now. I have the inspiration. I had that kind of spiritual moment, and now it all has come together in my mind. I know what to do. Then we get into the 7. Then we get into the 8, and we're right back in bed. You see? I think that's kind of the process here. It's not that we are failing to have this 6, but the 6 then gets obscured by the 7, by the 8. We got to find a way to kind of clear all that stuff off. We need to wash this off somehow. That's what we really need, is some very, very good water energy. Because the 7 really is just the idea. This is the card that's kind of representing our relationship with the environment. It seems we're always having this negative experience when we go out into the group, when we go outside, when we go into the world or to work or wherever, to the grocery store. It seems like it's always this kind of toxic thing. We're seeing the negative in everything. We're finding we're experiencing the worst parts of kind of outside daily life, or maybe of this group specifically. We're finding the negative. We're focused on what's kind of rotten about it. And that experience, that memory of this, it's happened several times. It's probably going to be the same way again. It leads us to this thought process of, well, I'm not going to go hang out with them because I know it's going to be rotten. And it is rotten. I know I'm not going to bother trying to write any poetry because I know it's going to be rotten. And then, of course, then you say, well, maybe I'll try. Yeah, see, it's rotten. It's just it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's a loop we get stuck in. We still get the spiritual inspiration. We still get this prompting, this fire energy. We get the accurate reflection. We can see it. Yeah, I can see what this is going to be. We get that spiritual blueprint, but then bam, we lose it. Right back to this pessimism, this self-fulfilling kind of rottenness, And I feel like we're getting to the point now, Princess of Swords, we're getting to the point that we don't even want to bother. This is the energy of what we don't want. This is us trying to fight our way through it. We're fighting a losing battle. This is someone who is kind of on their back leg. They're not very stable with their stance, right? One little and they'll fall over. They're not very balanced. Someone's on their back foot and they're in a very precarious position. Not only that, but they seem to be kind of at the top of this crag or mountain, It's some clouds or whatever it is supposed to be. but they're not in a very stable position, but they're trying to defend, trying to fight through this difficulty. It's almost not worth it. This is the card you don't want anymore, right? This is the card you don't want anymore. But we need this. This is the card that says don't give up, don't quit. You may not want to, but you have to. And this next card is saying, nope, no you don't. You're not quitting. This is the Taurus energy. This is the Prince of Pentacles. This card keeps going. This card doesn't know when to quit. You know, quitting is not in this vocabulary. So this is kind of, it's the correction for this card. This card says, I don't want to go on. I don't want to keep doing this. It's the same struggle. You know, I don't feel like I'm making any progress. This card says, keep going. Keep going, and that Princess of Swords will mature into perhaps this Knight of Swords. This is tomorrow's energy. And this is us really able to not get rid of this nastiness with these here, this nastiness, not to get rid of it. We're not just going to ignore it, pretend it's not there, suppress it, squash it down to the unconscious. We're going to fight through it. We're going to battle it. We're going to deal with it head on. It's through continuing to fight and push and strive and struggle and do it day after day after day that this princess matures, this energy grows to master this air, right? We're battling, we're having a breakthrough in our own mind. This is an internal thing, but it's creating a doorway. I really think that this is a gateway, right? And I think you have to use this. This is the major arcana card that is right underneath you. This is your rocket booster that you're attached to. That's how it showed up in the deck. It's right underneath this moon, this Pisces card. Let's see if I can figure out how this stuff goes again. You have to. This tower energy is happening now. You have to take advantage of it now. It is your rocket booster. Spirit is saying, okay, here's the energy that you need. Here's the spiritual force that you need to lift you. And what it's doing, it's lifting you right up, see if it'll work, right underneath that Knight of Wands. It's allowing you to take full advantage and put to practical use this fire energy, this spiritual fire energy that begins down here with this. This is the moment. Now, I don't think this is going to last forever. This is the card that we're getting in the reading now. I think that this window, again, is kind of closing. So we want to do this work now so we can mature this air energy and we can keep striving. Now, I bet we're going to see some really, really good success here with this mystery card. Thank you, Simon. I think this is going to be something to show the end result of all of this, right? All of this fighting and struggling and striving and growing and trying, what is it going to amount to? Well, first, obviously, I think it's going to allow you to reconnect with your people, to reconnect with this group of family, friends. If this is just you feeling a part of the world again, a part of just society outside of yourself, right? Could be a specific group. This could be people in general outside. I feel like this is going to be an indication that that is the result of it, that this is all worth it, right? Let's see what we have. Well, we got the judgment, the eon, the rebirth, the reawakening, the baptism by fire, right? The baptism by fire. Things are changing. We need to use this fire energy. This is the confirmation that the way to do this is through this, really through this tower energy. And the tower energy is going to just shake things up. It's this bold energy that is just going to do something different. Just shake things up, right? Be spontaneous. Just kind of, just force yourself to do something that you want to do. Don't bother with the thinking and the feeling. Just allow it to carry you away. You get the impulse to paint something, just paint. Don't think about it. Struggle against any kind of thought or feeling and just do it, right? Allow the rocket booster to take you into orbit, right? And then we can kind of assess how we did. But I feel like the time is now. I feel like this is the trumpet call. This is the awakening. This is that first bell, and we need to hear it. We need to wake up. We need to start doing this work now, because I feel like the opportunity is fading. The window is closing. So yeah, and this is showing too. This is a doorway to the future. The Eon card. It's showing kind of the next life, the rebirth. What is possible for you? What is waiting for you? Right. So I think that hopefully this is enough to wake us up and to realize that there is a better, more full, more integrated, more connected life waiting for us. But we have to wake up to this energy, and these two together. Big wake-up call. Big wake-up call. Not letting you go back to sleep. Okay. Anyway, we are going to do an extended. If you want to stick around, Pisces, click on the link in the corner. That will give you access to all of the extended readings, not just for Pisces, but for all signs. Okay. New readings come out every day, 6 a.m. Chicago time. Please subscribe. Please hit the bell notification so you don't miss the next reading. I want to thank you for being here. And thank you very much for letting me read for you.